Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I can't believe that that's finally like a thing I can say. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time and I'm finally sitting down and making it happen, and I'm really excited. So thank you so much for joining us from day one. You are our OG Daydream Planning YouTube squad, literally day one. So yeah, I wanted to sit down and start this channel off with just kind of an introduction and get to know me. My hope is that throughout time we will get to know each other and build kind of a community here that is just an awesome creative space. But in the meantime, I figured I would do a Q&A video allowing you guys to ask me anything you wanted to know, either personal, planning related, or shop owner related. So I have those questions. They are all in here. There's literally so many of them. Other than that, welcome to my channel. If you want to stick around, which I hope you do, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the red button to subscribe. I know you can also no. You can also click on the notification bell and you will receive notifications anytime there's a new video up. We are going to make this sort of like a planning, lifestyle, chit-chat, creative space in the YouTube community, or at least that's my goal. So if you are subscribing and joining us and becoming part of our little family here, you can expect planning videos, you can expect things like this, chit-chat, Q&A videos, that kind of thing. But also I really love a lot of beauty-related things. I really love makeup and that kind of world. So I have a lot of subscriptions that I plan on doing, some unboxings, clothing subscriptions, and just kind of that type of stuff. So all around just like a creative lifestyle space. And so that's kind of my goal for this. But I am a Etsy shop owner for planning, stickers, and accessories. The shop is called Daydream Planning. And that is kind of the core. Everything will kind of spin off of that. So there's going to be a ton of planning videos, plan with me's, Happy Mail hauls probably, I'm sure. And we'll also do some Daydream Planning update videos. So anytime there's anything big or new releases or anything like that, you'll definitely be able to find them here. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where this channel takes us together. And again, I just want to say thank you so much for being here for the start of it. It means so much to me because literally I am nobody in this space. And so for you to be here on day one just gives me the encouragement that this is something that I can do. Definitely say hello and introduce yourselves as well. In the comments, I will definitely be working on getting to know each other through those. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and start the Q&A. There were so many questions and I definitely want to get to as many as I can without this being super duper long because I talk a lot, which you'll learn soon. But yeah, I asked for your questions on Instagram and in our Facebook group. And you guys were awesome and submitted so many good ones. And each question was entered into a giveaway for our shop to win $10 shop credit, and I will pull a couple of winners out of the full set of the questions. All right, so let's get on started. Let's get on started. What does that even mean? Okay, all right. Oh, this is a really, really awesome one to start this off. So Alexis T. Mercado asked on Instagram, do you have planner peace? So I think I wouldn't say totally, but I think so. I am interested in trying to get into some other styles of planning than what I currently do on a daily basis. For instance, I do have two Foxy Fix TNs, and so I do have my number 4 and then the smaller that we got at Go Wild in Nashville this year. And so I do have those and I love a lot of the inserts. So I'm wanting to get into that as like a memory keeping planner, I think. Like that's kind of been like my goal. But I haven't like dove in and stuck with it yet. So as far as planner piece goes, there's some things I want to try and kind of add in. But I do think that in general, I'm kind of there. I don't know. I feel like I'm good with what I'm using, and I use it on a regular basis. And the very first planner that I ever got is currently the one I'm still using. Well, not the same one, but the same setup. So I got an Erin Condren Vertical 3 launches ago. I tried a bunch of different styles of planning for the first year, and I ended up landing right back at the Erin Condren Vertical, and so that's where I'm at now. So I would say that the Erin Condren Vertical Planner, I like the neutral because I like the pops of color, and then I can like kind of do what I want with it for colors. But the vertical Erin Condren Planner, so spiral bound, vertical, are my thing. And I don't see that changing. So I would say yes, I have planner peace, but I'm also at peace with the fact that I'm kind of like trying out new things and adding them here and there. So, thank you. Good question. Angelica O on Facebook asked, have you always been a planner and did you start decorative planning right away? I would say that when I found planning in this sense, like in the planning community that we kind of know it to be today, it was a little over 2 years ago. And from the start of my introduction to this space, I've always been a decorative planner. And I ordered my planner and ordered my first stickers on the same day. So from the day that I've gotten this planner and entered this planning community, I've been a decorative planner, yes. Alrighty, Plan with Coco. Sarah on Instagram asked me what got me into the planning community in the first place. And so going into my senior year of college, and I was going to be student teaching and working, and like it was going to be kind of crazy. And so I that summer was looking for a way to get myself organized during that time period, because I knew it was pretty inevitable that like it was going to be one of the busiest times that I was going to have. So I looked for something that would kind of be that outlet for me, and I came across through Instagram Erin Condren planners, and then that rabbit hole on like the hashtags, like just the basic old like Erin Condren hashtags. It was just like spiral from there, and I knew I was more of a visual person, so as soon as I found it, I was like, what? Like, I need this. This is what I've been looking for. And so yeah, that's what got me started in the planning community. Next one. Natasha V asked, how much time do you spend on your business daily? So this will definitely vary. I'm very lucky to have an amazing business partner who helps me with a lot of the production and inventory. I would say that collectively between something, whether it's designing, customer service, promotional stuff, it's definitely at least a couple hours every day, but I have days where it's 12 plus hours, where it's the full day through the night. If we're filling orders and packing orders, like large amounts, not a couple at a time, and after sales, whatever it may be, then it's definitely lots of hours in a day. But I'm really trying to get into a space or a spot where we can operate on a couple hours a day, or even less, but with like weekends as work days, because I'm going to be teaching starting in the fall. And so as an elementary school teacher, I'm not going to have my Monday through Fridays from about 7 a.m. to like 5 p.m. And then some, whatever I'm doing that night to kind of prepare, or any work that I'm taking home with me. And so it's important for me that I get the shop into a place where it operates under the expectation of a couple hours a day with full work days on some weekends. But there's been time periods while getting systems in place, like before we were ready to ship and before we had an inventory, it would just be like a normal 40-hour work week at least. So yeah. Alrighty. Christina S. asks, how long have you been planning and what or who got you into it? So I've been planning for about a little over 2 years now, in the sense of planning with my Erin Condren, and I talked about that second part already. Natasha again asks, what grade did you want to teach while in school? So this is really an awesome question. Well, I think it's an awesome question. I love teaching questions. So actually, I wanted to teach third grade, and I am going to be teaching third grade, which is just so awesome to me. I never would have thought that I would enter in the grade level that I kind of saw myself in always. But to make it even more what's meant to be will be of a story, I actually have my 5th grade yearbook and my goals for the future, goals for the future or plans for the future. I forget what it actually says, but that section says that I will go to UConn, the University of Connecticut, and I will become a 3rd grade teacher. And there was a good chunk of time in high school where I did not want to be a teacher because everyone had always told me to be a teacher, and I had always gone through life saying I was going to be, and I didn't want to just do what I don't know, it was just I was hearing it for so long and had this plan for so long. I wanted to do something unique, what I thought was unique. And so in high school, I kind of pushed from it, and I had no interest in going to UConn because it felt like everyone was going to UConn, and again, I just like wanted to go somewhere that was like mine. And so I enrolled at a school that did not have a teaching program at the time, and some things happened that led me to not go to that school very last minute. Ended up going to UConn, absolutely loving UConn. That is a second home to me. I am not really sure how to go about entering a fall without going there. It's been 6 years that every fall I have gone to UConn. I went for my bachelor's. I went immediately into my master's because the education program at UConn is an integrated bachelor's into master's program. And so I've spent the past 6 years falling in love with that place and having it be a second home to me. And it's definitely going to be weird, but I then ended up applying to some jobs really early on, and I got extremely fortunate. I'm teaching in the town that I currently live in, and I got a 3rd grade position. And so my 5th grade yearbook knew exactly what was going to happen and what I should do before I did. All right. Alexis T. Mercado asks, what's your favorite summer activity? Definitely traveling, and that will stay true in the years to come. Being a teacher, I'm feeling very fortunate to have summers where I have flexible scheduling and am able to travel. Next summer is a big Disney trip that my mom, sister, and I have been planning for a while. I just plan on traveling and making the most of the summers and taking full advantage of the time and flexibility of the schedule that I've been given. Tani asks, how would you describe your planning style? I would say right in the middle of no white space and some white space planning. I use weekly kits to lay out like the skeleton of the week, and then a lot of functional decorative stickers to kind of signify what I'm doing that day or anything that's going on. And so I do like to have white space in my planner where I will use it to fill like my lists and kind of like my schedules and stuff. But overall, I lean more towards no white space because I do use weekly kits to kind of create that initial layout, and so that does take up a lot of the space. Definitely prefer decorative planning because the whole reason why I got into this was because of the visual side. It really kind of brings me peace to see a crazy week look so nice. Katie asks, what kind of music do you like? I just don't have I don't know. I really love summer hits of the 90s. Spotify is my life. It's happening in real life this summer. I got to see Third Eye Blind, which was an awesome concert. I'm going to Matchbox 20 at an outdoor concert on Labor Day weekend, and then I just literally a couple hours ago won tickets on the radio for the Goo Goo Dolls. And so those are probably my 3 favorite bands to listen to ever. And so this summer it's kind of all coming together. Tiffany asks, she says, don't hate me, but what would you take with you if you were stranded on an island? That's funny. I would take my cat. I love my cat. My cat is named Sophie. I'm sure she'll make like appearances during these because I can't lock her out. She'll start like clawing at the door. Can't like get her to be distracted because she's just like distracted by anything I'm doing. She literally follows me around everywhere. Be sunny, right? So like I have my sunglasses. I wear like the same, here, hold on. They are by Diff, and they were a collaboration with JoJo from the Bachelorette. And then, yeah, my cat would seriously be like, if I only could bring one thing, it would be my cat. If we're being real here, like if we're being really real, I would say my phone, because I'm just like, I'm on my phone a lot, which is so, it's really bad, I shouldn't be, but I'm on my phone a lot. I just really like, I don't know, I get very entertained by like YouTube and scrolling through Instagram and stuff like that. I mean, unless you're talking people and like sentimental things, I would bring like my family and my closest friends and stuff, but if we're going with like stuff, not that my cat's not stuff. Now I'm like in two different places. My cat, phone, sunglasses. Yeah. I guess not my planner, because you're kind of out of things to plan if you're stranded on an island. We're never getting through all of these. Teresa asks, how long have you been making stickers? Our 2-year shop anniversary or shop birthday is on August 19th, which is in like a month. Oh yeah, a month tomorrow. So we have some big things planned, but yeah, 2 years. Tiffany again asks, how many friends have you made from the planner community? Way more than I would have ever imagined possible when I got into it. It's funny because I found planning for a very independent, like, personal reason. Like, I was looking for a way to, like, organize my life. Like, I wasn't looking for a community to belong to. You know, I was doing something that I needed personally for me. And what's amazing to me is that the very best part about this entire thing has been things that have nothing to do with just me at all, and have been the friendships I've made, which sounds like so cheesy, but yeah, I've made a lot. I've made friends through being a shop owner, but also just being like a member of the community, and people that I would consider some of my closest friends, not planning friends, actually just closest real world friends, are made through this. So yeah, a lot, and I'm very, very thankful. Angelica asks, do you actually use washi tape? I do. I don't use a lot. For the amount of washi tape I have purchased over time, I do not. But I do have 4 that I use on a very regular basis, and soon to be 2 more because they're coming to my shop, so I'm just not going to show them here yet. But I use these 4 right here. There's like a light pink gold confetti one, a lavender bow one. Actually, I technically use 5. I have a light pink bow one, but it's under my refrigerator right now because my cat loves washi tape. And so she doesn't damage it, but she plays with it, and it got under the fridge, and now I can't get it out. Then there's like this holographic one, and then just like this really pretty like periwinkle and pink and like rose gold foiled one. I really like the thin washi. Let me see if I can focus these guys. They're all from Simply Gilded. I don't know. I really like these, and I use them throughout my planner. I always have these on me. It's in my little pouch with the pens that I always use, and so I do actually use washi tape, just nowhere near how much I have bought. Like, not even close. I don't even touch like 98% of it. It's crazy. Okay, Tiffany, do you see yourself doing this years from now? I really hope so. Definitely could see myself wanting to do this. I'm hoping it's a reality. I'm just gonna have to adapt come fall, because I am going to be teaching full-time, and so as a first-year teacher especially, I feel like that's going to be rather exhausting and relatively consuming, like all-consuming, and so I just need to be able to adapt and be flexible and upfront about it and make decisions based on what I can and can't handle at that particular time, and then just make it work and find a balance. Do I want to do this years from now? Absolutely. I love this. This has been one of the coolest experiences ever. If for any reason I am no longer a business owner, which I really don't see, like I'm not envisioning myself not being a shop owner. I'm hoping it works out, but if for any reason that part doesn't, I plan on staying part of this community and being an active member of the community, and still finding ways to express my creativity and use planning as a productive tool for myself. But I have no plans on going anywhere. That's all I'll say. And as far as being, again, really real here, I put myself through college and through my master's program, and so that involved a lot of student loans. And so financially, the Etsy shop has become such a form of stable relief. And when those loan payments start kicking in the next few months, I really think that what my life would have looked like without Etsy, or without my Etsy shop, and this community would be very different than what I'm hoping that it will look like when that time comes. And so I'm very thankful for the opportunity to do something that I really enjoy and is flexible and will work, because of its flexibility, will hopefully work as a teacher as well. So yeah, I plan to. Fingers crossed. Katie asks, what items do you think are overrated in the planner community? I guess I would say, and this isn't even hating on it, I don't think overrated is the right word. I think what ended up happening was it was relatively unique and super fun when Michaels released that initial washi, that watercolor, some of them foiled, like, quote, washi. It's very meaningful to me for a few reasons, because it actually is the reason that I reopened my Etsy shop after closing it indefinitely. After some things I was going through, I used that set of washi as a inspiration to design a set and include the samples of the washi along with the set, and it just like changed everything. I reopened the shop, and everything from there on is like what Daydream Planning is now. And so without that, it definitely would not have been. So I can't hate on this and call it overrated, but I think it's just become very oversaturated, and it's kind of a bummer. It's like, I thought it was so much cooler when there was like this one or like a couple like of these like sets of washi, and they were like kind of hard to find, and like you wanted to go and find them. And now it's just like there's like hundreds of them, that's what it seems like. Lost its spark, that's all. So that's what I would say. Natasha says, what is your favorite childhood pastime? I mean, we did arts and crafts all the time, so I was really, really fortunate, and my grandparents actually were like our daycare. And so my sister and I would spend all summer and after school at my grandma's, and she had this box of art stuff, and we would just like do arts and crafts like crazy. And we would like sing like the Barney arts and crafts song, like the cleanup song. Like the clean up, everybody do your share, something. We would like just like make things all the time, like, and I loved it. My sister and I would do it for hours, like hours. I had so many arts and crafts, and I think that kind of stayed true throughout the years. Libby Sprinkles, at Libby Sprinkles on Instagram, is my friend Libby. She asks, who is your favorite YouTuber to watch? My favorite YouTubers to actually watch are a lot of makeup, beauty related channels, and so Kathleen Lights is awesome. Jaclyn Hill is my girl. That's what's on her palette. Let me just, if you want it, this guy right here is beautiful, like worth every penny. I was so excited to get this, and it's what's on my eyes today, which I've never worn color on my eyes till getting this guy. I was always just very like neutrals, and I don't step out of my comfort zone too often, but this just makes it so easy to do it. Libby predicted that I would say that. She knows. Natasha asks, what was your first planner? My first planner was an Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner. This was my first one. Oh my god. This was my first cover and everything, so I still have it. I literally remember the day I got this. It's just funny. Alright. Katie asks, if you could invent something, what would you invent? Oh my goodness. What? If I could invent something. Oh, I know. It's kind of an innovation, not an invention. But this is for all my sticker shop owners out there. You'll know what I'm talking about. I wish that we could invent a silhouette or a Cricut type machine that you could load paper, like multiple sheets of paper in it, like a printer, and like send like 10 copies to Kiss Cut. Like instead of like manually loading each individual sheet and like taking it out and loading a new one and taking it out and like pressing it every time for each sheet individually, I wish that we could like be like cut 10 of these and like have just 10 sheets of sticker paper and it like fed through like a printer. That is what I would do. Definitely. Tiffany says, what is your favorite planning tool or pen, what have you, and why? I love Papermate Flare pens, and shout out to the Erin Condren team for the new paper because they do not bleed any longer through the paper. Like, there's a little bit of shadowing, but like it does not bleed. It's awesome. Because I don't feel like I need to have a sticker everywhere that I want to write something without ruining the planner spread like before it or after it. I've become obsessed with the mild liners. I have 3. My cat lost, there's like so much stuff in this place that's like gone because of Sophie. But I had a pink one, but it's gone. I can't find it anywhere. She took it literally an hour after I got home from the New England Planner Girls Spring Social. That's where I bought these, and it was just gone. I haven't seen it since. I never got to use it. But I have the light blue and like mint green one, and I'm obsessed with these. And like this side of it, they're just everything. So these guys too. Tiffany again says, what are you most looking forward to in life, planning, or your business? At this very moment, I am most looking forward to teaching. I cannot wait. Like, I just can't wait. I feel very prepared. I just finished, my program was amazing. The UConn School of Education program is wonderful. And I'm just eager to get in there and to have a class of students that I get to explore with every day and like learn from them every day. It's just gonna be awesome. I cannot wait any longer. I'm just so excited. I mean, well, I'll take the next few weeks as my break, but other than that, I'm very excited. All right, Alexis says, Starbucks and Dunkin' order, and which do you prefer? My Starbucks is a grande Starbucks double shot on ice. It's actually 3 to 4 shots of espresso pulled like longer so that it fills the cup really with just a splash of cream. So if you don't like espresso, do not order it. But oh my god, if you like strong coffee and espresso, I get it every single day with a butter croissant warmed up, which is totally not healthy for you to do every day. Dunkin' is a medium iced French vanilla, 1 cream and 1 sugar. I love coffee way too much. I have multiple cups of coffee a day. I know, I shouldn't, I know. Financially and health-wise, it's just like a no-go. If I had to pick one, would pick Starbucks because they're more consistent. As a New England girl, I feel totally wrong not saying Dunkin' iced coffee, and I love my Dunkin' iced coffee, I really do. It's just like so hit or miss sometimes, and you're like, what the heck am I drinking? This doesn't taste anything like coffee, and that drives me crazy. Drives me nuts. Ashley asks, what is your favorite planner item that you have ever made or bought? Well, my Erin Condren is my favorite planner item that I've ever bought because without it, none of this would have been happening. Other than the planner itself, these guys right here, I got this once, and I was like $15 for a sticker book. I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'll love it. I loved it. Then this one came out. And oh my gosh, if this ever goes away, I feel like I need to stock up on this in the event that it goes away. The foiled quote boxes, I've gone through multiple of them already. Like, I love them so much. So these sticker books are probably like the next favorite like item that I've bought. Angelica asks, what's your favorite pen, and do you prefer blue, black, or colored ink? I definitely prefer black ink. These guys were probably my favorite pens. I have the Erin Condren dual tip pens. I think they're all great, but I really love the black one. The Papermate Flares, though, are probably my all-time favorite pen for all things planning and like teaching related stuff. So I have like all of my colors in here. I love the Stadler. I do not know how to pronounce these, but these guys right here. And so I have all of those in this cup. And then the Le Pen permanent pen is also a pretty good one. Definitely the black ink over blue because it just like matches everything. Angelica asks, what's the one planner related thing you got into because of the hype and wish you hadn't? I wasted a lot of, I don't know, I don't wish that I hadn't necessarily, but like I wasted a ton of like ring bound and inserts. I have 3 of them in a de-stash pile at the moment. They're in like perfectly good condition. I have a Kiki K that I refuse to get rid of. It's like icy light blue. I love the color so much I won't get rid of it, but I don't use it. I had like Inkwell Press inserts, and then I never ended up using them. I ordered So Much Crafting inserts, which I love, like love. If I was going to use a ring bound planner, I would use the So Much Crafting inserts, so this is no hate on them, but I just wasted them because I went right back to my Erin Condren vertical after like things like weren't working out. So I guess I just wasted a lot of ring bound systems with a lot of different inserts, trying out new things and trying to find planner piece when I like had gotten it right on the first try and then was just trying to try all these different things, and I'm now right back where I started and very happy with it. So I don't know, I don't wish that I hadn't, because like I loved all the products. Nothing was ever bad. It just I don't know, I just wasted them, that's all. Natasha says, how long did it take you to set up your shop? Girl, I'm still setting up my shop. Things are just constantly changing. Like we change systems and we try to find the most efficient system. We're adding products, we're adding lines, we're literally introducing an entire accessory line with pens and washi tape and clips and all that jazz. And so every time we do something like that, it's like, okay, what do we have to do to the system that we have currently to like make it a good setup for us? So yeah, I don't know. I would just say like it's an ever-changing, like always evolving system that like we're just trying to like always keep up with and set up systems that work best and change things to make them more effective or efficient or lessen shipping times or improve quality, like that kind of thing. So it took me a few months to initially set it up, but like it's still going. We're still working on it. All right, Tiffany asks, where were you raised and would you want to go back? So I was raised in a suburban town, I guess, in central Connecticut. I currently live one town over. I went to school about 25 minutes away, just a few exits up the highway and like, I don't know, like 20 miles away. I'm now teaching in this town, so would I want to go back? I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere. I mean, I'm in a different town technically, but like I literally live 1 mile away from like the town line. So I don't know, I'm still here. Do I want to go somewhere else? Possibly, but for the time being, I want to stay where I am, and yeah, it's been home for a while, so. Katie says, how has your planning style evolved over the years? I think I just really let myself like explore ways that would work best for me at like what I was currently doing. So when I first found it, I was at like that entry point into teaching, or student teaching I mean, is still a full-time student, undergrad. And I kind of went on to last summer, I was able to leave my job and I've been doing my Etsy shop as my full source of income for the past year. And so it really shifted to like, what do I need to set up this style to now balance that time? So it's been pretty consistent as far as like using kits and functional stickers and like the combination of the two. But I've like used the space in my planners to work for whatever's best for me. Ashley asks, who is your planner bestie? I hope I don't offend anybody. I have met a ton of people in this community and I'm very grateful for all of them. But a few of those friendships have really come outside of the planner community and become like just friends, like not planner besties, just besties. And so I'm going to say Kathleen. Kat's like my girl. She's been there for me for a lot over the past year, and it's been just like really great to get to know her, especially over the past like 6 months or so. No, longer than that. Definitely longer than that. Yeah, like almost a full year, I think. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm going out to dinner with her tomorrow night, so Saray, another friend of mine, we roomed together for part of Go Wild because she couldn't be there for the whole thing, and then hopefully again next year. But yeah, I would just say, like, for me, I've met so many amazing shop owners, like Jess from Bubba Bear Studios, Natalie from Let's Make It Sparkle, Erica from Cricket Paper Co. I'm gonna forget somebody, I know it for sure. But like, they're all amazing women and super inspiring to me every day. And so anyone that I've like met as a shop owner, I've just like, I love dearly, so like truly. But it's been amazing to get to know people outside of the planning community too, that kind of like started with that. And then Kat and I especially like connected because she's actually from Connecticut and went to UConn too, and so like we became friends just over like shared mutual things. Saray's from Massachusetts, so she's super close, and so just friendships that have evolved outside of planning, I guess, would be my planner besties. Natasha asks, what theme are you planning on doing in your classroom? So for me, in my like teaching philosophy, I suppose, it's going to be a lot of what the students make their room, because I want them to feel ownership of their room. So I am going to have a lot of color and a lot of like comfortable, flexible seating options. My favorite thing ever is Oh, the Places You'll Go. It was my graduation theme. I like have so much stuff for that, and so it'll be like kind of a reoccurring theme, like the message behind that book, and just some work on that in the beginning and the end of the year. But as far as the space itself, I just want it to be really bright and creative and inspiring. A lot of like focus on growth mindset, that anything that we can't do, we just can't do yet, and that if we are more focused on our effort and the process of learning, that it's more important than the product and the outcome and all that. And then I have a lot of spaces that I want really comfortable and flexible environments that work for every student as an individual, where they can really like find a space that works for them, and if they need to be at a desk or with peers or in a comfortable seating option, they have that opportunity to have that within the same room as their classmates. So that's just creating a space like that's really important to me. As far as like the theme and like what's on the walls and everything like that, I want to do a lot of collaboration with the students so that again they feel like they own part of that classroom and it's a space that they've helped create. So student work, things that students are proud of, they'll always have an opportunity to showcase student artwork, that kind of thing. So these are the questions that I've already asked. And so I'm going to pick a couple of winners from this and wrap up part 1 of the video here from these guys, and then I'll save the other questions I have and film a part 2 soon. I'm going to go ahead and put them in here. Okay, we'll mix them on up, and I'll pull 2 winners. Each will win $10 in shop credit, and I'll message them. Alright, Natasha and Tiffany. So Natasha and Tiffany, so they will be the 2 winners for this Q&A. Thank you guys so much again for joining me on this very first introduction video. It's been great sharing a little bit about me. I can't wait to get to know you. Again, leave a comment and say hello down below. And please be sure to hit subscribe so that you can join this community that we're going to kind of build together. So thank you for helping me kick off this channel. I'm so grateful for you. I really am. And I will see you guys soon.